This is only my experience. I got fired on 22nd of December. So mentally, actually, in reality... Hello, this is Rosie Blackthorn and welcome to my channel. In today's video, I will be talking about my experience of being unemployed in 2026. I have my notes here and I will be talking about the things that I have written, the things that I want to tell you about my stories. So if you wonder, stick around. And also in this video, I don't want to disencourage anybody regarding their own future. This is only my experience. And I know that the future is bright and this is just a passage in my life. So please don't read this as a negative video, but a reflection. Reflection on myself, reflection on the jobs, reflection of the markets. If you feel that your life is going down the spiral, this video is for you to keep your hopes up and don't give up. Well, what was my job? My main job title was to have live chats with customers, and I was having up to 8 live chats at the same fucking time. I mean, it wasn't 8 people at the same time all the time, but that was the capacity that we could handle, we were expected to handle. As many companies do, they will give you another task to complete. I was also checking stocks and supplying products for us to sell. I was also handling the ticket support. And I was also looking for the listings that has been published in the web page by the people that are using the web page. So I was checking their listings and approve or deny. I was working 3 days a week, 4 days off, but those 3 days that I was working, it was 16 hours, which I accepted when I was taking the job. Well, I did know that I was going to work 16 hours per my shift. This was accepted on my end before beginning the job because 4 days off is a delicious thing to experience. So I can sacrifice my full 3 days for 4 days. It worked for me. I have worked this schedule for 11 months, so I was fine with it. I wasn't having any problems with it. So in total we had only 1 hour break for a 16-hour shift. It was manageable on my end. Again, I still don't have any issue with that, but not everyone can handle that. That's for sure. And within the teams, within the internal communications, there was this stress-infused language, like quick, let's get it done. Why? I mean, so mentally, actually, in reality, the job was exhausting to my body, but I kept going because I have been manifesting this company to work for 2 years. So imagine you are manifesting a job for 2 years and you land on it. What will you do? You will accept everything. But you shouldn't. You should set your standards, you should create your boundaries, and have a good work-life balance. I have never felt that I was a workaholic in my life, but with this job, I had this feeling, this urge to be a workaholic because it is kinda expected from you. They are not saying this in an open way, but between the lines you can sense it. I got fired on 22nd of December. And in where I live, on the month of January, the government announces the minimum wage for the new year. So it means that within the companies, they also create a new schedule for the payments for the salaries. So in a place that you're working, after February, you are getting your new salary calculated by the minimum wage and the percentages and some other accountant shit that I don't understand. So me getting fired before January like 2 weeks before the January. It is actually very alarming because it tells you that it was planned. This decision was a planned decision to be acted on before January. Because if they would fire me after the January, they would need to calculate my compensation with the new amount. So actually with this decision, the company thinks their own benefits. Even though they have millions, 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 these kind of small amounts for the working class for them to cut, and for the reason of it they told me that my performance was low, and I don't think that is true. Come on, there were the numbers. I signed the papers while I was crying my eyes, and I genuinely think that they did me wrong, and I'm not sorry for saying that. Also, another thing that I didn't mention in the video, I realized while I was editing, this is me editing, and it was that in the previous times, I guess it was 2024, I was unemployed for 7 months, and that period of time created a scar in my brain. I remember that I wasn't able to buy pet food. And back in those times, I only had a dog. But right now, I also have a cat too. And I have a different kind of a lifestyle too. So that was the actual stress that has been on me within these 2 weeks of the January and the last month of December. So for these 3 weeks, I was crashing out, psych ward level crashing out. So I'm actually afraid that I am going to live that experience again. That is the core fear of my anxieties of being unemployed. Also, I'm anti-capitalist, so I will always question the exploitation of the working class bitch. Don't do that. Anyways, weirdly, life works in mysterious ways. Fortunately, I have a job now. I landed on a job. I didn't land the day I decided to call, because in these 3 weeks, I swear to you that I applied over 100 jobs. One returned with a negative, and this job that I have landed on. Weirdly, I had my first training day of this job today. I have a training day tomorrow. The conditions, it sucks. It is low pay. You are working 6 days a week, and also you are working in the night shift. So I will be working between 11 p.m. till 7 a.m. So in the long run, it is an kind of an exploitation of the human body too. So with this kind of a schedule, I will try to balance my life out more so I don't crash out, because with that kind of a schedule of 6 days, night shifts, all constantly, it will kill a person. But I'm grateful, so I will keep going, and in the meantime, I have some debt also, so I had to try to finish them. You gotta do what you gotta do. I need to make money, so I have to accept that job, because on the next month the banks will not say, okay, you are unemployed, don't pay us this month. They will not say that shit to you. So that's one of the anxieties that I have. That's the reason that I'm trying to finish my debt so I can be free. So with this new job, my hopes are to be a better version of myself, to be more disciplined, to be more consistent with everything. Even though the structure of the job sucks, I will try to manage it, and I will manage it because I am determined. So we need to make ourselves remember that we can do anything that we want to. So in the next video I will be seeing you, because I will be consistent with you bitch too. Let's go girl, let's do that shit. So I will see you in my next video. Oh, also, if you watched till here, thank you. Take care of yourself. I love you. Bye. And like and subscribe. I think that helps.